bad weekend. So I'm gonna introduce the topic. I know it's kind of hard for him to talk about the game, so I got him. But by the way, boxing episode coming soon. My man Tom, I'm gonna be hosting that. Y'all know we got the Canelo fight in Charlo right this weekend. So, all right, Cowboys go against the Arizona Cardinals, same team that played the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders and suffered 2 losses to both of those teams, while having a lead in both of those games. Turn around, play a home game against the Dallas Cowboys. They rolled up in there 2-0. A lot of power rankings ranked them number one. Defense, number one defense, loading, ... Was said a lot in the chat. Trayvon Diggs injury happened a few days ago. Team is expired. Inspired. Team is inspired.
Wow. Called the bad milk, y'all.
Team is inspired. Tomo come to the show, and he was hyped. He said they're going to do it for Trayvon Diggs. And then they go to Arizona and they lose by 12 points. So, Tomo, what was your reaction to that game?
Well, first of all, maybe I was more hyped than the actual team because when I said they should go out there and do it for Trayvon, they must have not got the message. Meanwhile, Stephon went to DC and said, I'm going to play for my brother, and he got 111 yards. So clearly, 2 people was on the same page, and the team wasn't. That's one. Let me take this off right quick. So I wore this shirt, right? I wore this shirt on CTC. Again, this is from my flag football team. Pull me for a good time. That's the name of it. This is our jerseys, right? I don't know if I'm going to stay right here because I don't know about the FCC Airways, right? So look, when you're a part of a team that's known for like dominating, because technically that's what we were doing on Saturdays. We were dominating teams, but there will also be them Saturdays where you show up flat, where you just wake up and be like, you know what, we're better than this team. We're just going to win. Then you come out and just get ran all over the field, and then you're looking at each other on the sideline like, I know we better than this. Mm-hmm. So I can say that about my flag football team, but I can't say that about this Cowboys team. You want to know why? It's a song that we always post in there. I mostly post it all the time. Same old song. All around the world, it's the same old song. When this team went out and beat the Giants, I expected it. When this team went out and beat the Jets without Aaron Rodgers, I thought we were going to beat that team. I said we were going to lose if Aaron Rodgers plays, but I changed my pick because Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing. They went out, dominated, stopped the run. Stopped the run in both of those games. However, they always find a way to lose the game with the most expectations. And I knew Joe was going to like me saying that because that's the one thing he says about Dak Prescott. When the expectations are on the Dallas Cowboys to win, what do? Lose. 12.5-point favorites, right? So you're like, cool. 12.5 points. They should get 13. No other team has been scoring over 10 points, right? I said it on the show. 10 points. Joe made sure everything I said ever on 2 episodes, Joe made sure I relived that on Sunday. He's like, hey, that 10 points, Samo. Then they missed the field goal. So I'm like, 9. As soon as I said they said, joke's on you, 15. Like, there you go. Now what y'all going to do? Dallas kicks the field goal. Complete opposite. The teams were complete opposites. Of course, our O-line was kind of depleted, but again, it's the NFL. No excuses. The Cardinals came out and ran the ball so effectively. They had 180 yards in the first half of the game. The first half. That is insane. The Dallas defense was so discombobulated that they was pushing people around. He's like, no, you need to go over there. No, you need to stand right here. Leaving gaps about as open as the Nile River, when Moses and them had to cross over. That's how much open space was out there. Then also, I sat down about halftime. I said, we're going to come back. Didn't happen. I looked up. I said, are we playing the Cardinals or Tony? Because they letting the Cardinals get whatever they want. So as a Cowboy fan, of course, like Joe said, there's a lot of mixed emotions. You're going to look at it and be like, man, this that same old team. Here they go again. Or you're going to look at it and say, well, we really got something to build on. And going into this Patriots game, hopefully we can fix that. Well, there's only one thing about this team that they need to fix. It's called discipline. There's no discipline on this team. You're talking about 13 penalties for 107 yards. Now, I expected that from the offensive side because you got rookies in there on the offensive line. So you're going to get false starts. You're going to get some holding. Cool. But defense, like, what are you doing? False starts? I mean, all sides? Like, how are you getting all sides? All of y'all are vets. Michael Parsons, how are you getting in all sides? Like, they were so eager to get to the quarterback that it didn't work. Josh Dobbs, he played us last year on Thursday night against the Titans. Let me tell you those stats, right? So that he was like 20 for 39, 232 yards, one touchdown, one interception. They almost won that game, but they lost because we got that turnover. He ran for 12 yards. He said, you know what, this Dallas team, that's easy money, bro. I seen this same secondary. And Trayvon out there. Watch this. Deron Bland, Gilmore. We got Marquise, bro. We got Hollywood. He gonna run it up. Gilmore over there. We gonna run it up because he can't chase us. He didn't even do that much. 17 for 21, 181. No turnovers, one touchdown. They only scored like what, 2 touchdowns technically? Killed us, man. They killed us out there. That defense let me down. Dak Prescott in that last minute, we talked about pressing. Like, bro, your name is Prescott. Don't press. It's okay, bro. You could have just threw the ball to the end zone and lived for another day, but nope, you still had to make a play. And that's why I talk about the interceptions that you don't see. The linebacker fake left, came right, picked it off. Good night. Guys, take it away.
For me, I guess the only thing I can really talk about is that rushing defense. Rushing defense allowed 222 yards yesterday, 7.4 yards a carry. That's not good. It's almost the same thing as last year. Your rushing defense, matter of fact, the last few years, your rushing defense has been the biggest issue. I know some of your Cowboys fans thought that y'all addressed that in the draft this year with some of the defensive linemen that you drafted, but to me, it doesn't look like it made any. It doesn't look like it made any difference. Micah was still able to cause havoc, but it didn't mean anything from what he did yesterday. Of course, you missed your best cornerback, Trayvon Diggs, not being there, but you still have Stephon Gilmore, who's still a pretty good cornerback at this point in his career. And it just didn't work out for y'all. Dak Prescott had played a pretty clean game until the end. He got in the red zone and threw an interception right then and there. And like in the chat fashion, that got killed in the chat for that. And I mean, it was a bad moment, so it's rightfully deserved. I didn't expect the Cowboys to lose to the Cardinals, especially not to a backup quarterback in Joshua Dobbs. I did forget that he did start for the Titans last year when he played against them. But that rushing defense got to get better. If this is supposed to be the best defense in the league, from what y'all did in the beginning, your rushing defense has to get better. You can't allow 222 yards and 7.4 yards a carry, almost 8 yards a carry, and expect your defense to be enough for you to be able to reach to the point to where you want to get to. So, yeah, that's just my honest opinion on that game. You on mute, Joe.
Joe, you started off just like our offense. There you go.
I was watching that game and they went up early. I'm like, yeah, I know. It looks good right now. There's no way they're gonna keep this lead. And they got a bigger lead. I'm like, okay. Halftime, they got the lead still. I'm like, you know what? I've seen this story before. Also, the Giants come back from 20-0 against the same team. And like when they got that last touchdown, Hollywood Brown on Gilmore, who is my biggest surprise on y'all right now. I mean, Gilmore was brought there to be this elite receiver. And I spoke highly of him going to y'all. Tomo was talking trash about him, and I'm like, Tomo, huh?
Elite corner, you said receiver.
My bad. I mean, which one is he? You know, like, you know, but like Stephon Gilmore, you supposed to be an elite corner. Trayvon Diggs go down, you supposed to step up and say, I got this, y'all. And Hollywood Brown cooked them for 2 key plays. It was a third down that he got a first down on Stephon Gilmore. And then a touchdown he got on Stephon Gilmore. And he flashed the gold teeth and all that stuff. I'm like, dang, Stephon Gilmore. And then I ain't forget Stephon Gilmore. You got cooked in the last game against the Jets. But I let that alone because of Garrett Wilson. But this is sounding to be this continuing thing you got going on here, man. You got to fix that. Bland, pass interference, PI. Curse, which way did he go? Which way did he? Come on, what are you doing? What Curse doing? And lastly, what's the other Curse? The other safety you got? What's his name? What's his name?
Malik Hooker. Go ahead, man.
Him. What is he doing? Like, on that bomb, what is he doing? So Here's another problem. Wait, it's been alarming, and you always say this. Y'all red zone offense. Y'all made 5 red zone trips and got 1 touchdown. I mean, dang, like, come on now. And look, this is alarming. Listen to this. Dak Prescott in the red zone this year. He's 11 for 24 inside of 20, 45% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Inside the 10, Tomo and Dave, this is crazy. Dak Prescott inside the 10 is 3 from 12 on the field, 25%, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 25% is tied for the 3rd worst in the NFL. The only people that's worse than him right now is Derek Carr, Gardner Minshew, who played 1 game, and Zach Wilson. So y'all issues the red zone. It's the red zone, and then Michael Parsons, don't run into me. Don't run this way. I'm gonna show you what Michael Parsons is at. Okay, get it. What DeMarcus Lawrence at? Okay, get it. So that rushing attack, man, I don't know, but y'all did have injuries on the offensive line. I understand that. Dak actually played a very decent game up until that interception. I'll give you that. But he was very conservative, kind of Jalen Hurts like, you know what I mean? Not taking a lot of deep shots. Not until the late in the 4th quarter when y'all was making that comeback, he threw one at Gallup and the CD, even though CD pushed off. Anyways, but that interception was bad though. And I think it's because he was pressing. So I wouldn't be worried if I was you, but y'all gotta fix that red zone issue.
All right, so let me address a few things here. You know, the Cowboy fan here, I can't say everything. I gotta let my brothers get some points off. So 1, we kind of did show up the rush defense as far as if you're running directly at us. If you go back and watch that game, the Cardinals was doing a lot of stunts, twists, turns, all that, and everyone was every which way. So kind of like how you really take Michael Parsons out of a football game is send a wave of blocks towards him. So now he has to fight through several people to try to get there. Again, this is also why I said it's only week 2. Let's chill out on the Michael Parsons MVP thing, because it'll take a game like this where he gets washed out and everyone to start second guessing it. It's like, if you really want to be the player that you say you are, you have to find ways to get past that. Bosa does it, Watt does it, Garrett does it. So if you want to be in a conversation with these guys, it's all fine and dandy when the defense is flying around and everyone's getting sacks and the quarterback is running for his life. Cool, but you gotta learn how to beat some of these stunts or some of these twists. Like, he can do it when there's 1 lineman, 2 linemen. All right, cool, I can jump over it. Meanwhile, but if it's an RPO and nobody knows where the ball is at, he gets lost. There was really one play where Curse like stood up and looked at Dotson. They were looking at each other, and the running back was back here going for 40. And I was like, bruh, you didn't see him hand the ball off? That happens. Also, the big play with Malik Hooker, that happens when Diggs is not here. You got your young cornerback and Bland, who is good in the slot, but technically he is an outside corner. You get a couple PIs, it throws you off. So now you're like, all right, I got to shed just a little bit to help him out. Now you shed it too much, and you got a tight end running down for like 50 yards, and now they're in the red zone. So it is it's just a wake-up call. It's technically a major wake-up call because, again, Philly's going to do this. The 49ers are going to do this. Like, those are the 2 teams that you said you want to be up there with, right? They can do this effectively. I said it about CMC. As long as he's on the field, the 49ers have a chance to win the game. It doesn't matter because they will run the ball. And they will run it a million times. Philly gonna do the same thing. So you just got to get used to it. Diggs ain't coming back, bro. He's not coming back. So there's no more excuses. Well, till next year.
2 of their big plays came off of like mixed personnel. Like, they had a running back. I'm saying tripping. They had Moore, the receiver, lined up as a running back 1 play, and he got a big play off that. And they had the other receiver lined up as a tight end.
Yeah.
And, like little stuff that wasn't recognized by the Cowboys. But if I were a Cowboys fan, I wouldn't trip. But I would defensively, I wouldn't trip. But I would say y'all got to get better in the red zone because y'all should have won that game. Even though y'all had all those penalties and mishaps and all that stuff. They was rising dazzling y'all, like you said. They hit y'all with a reverse counter, and they had like 3 people blocking Parsons on the left side, and they ran right.
And it's also because Rain need to start using his feet more. Like, he gonna say it in the post. He did it once, but when you're in the red zone and you clearly see it's not working, you got to make something happen there. Like, it is what it is, man. You know, but that's why you said, if you was a Cowboy fan, you're not worried about it. Me being a Cowboy fan and the knowledge and stuff that I follow with the team, I'm a little concerned. I'm not worried, but I am concerned because no team like that should get you off your A game. If you're the team that you say you want to be, this is why I said, Micah, you need to relax because you can talk like that, but if everybody else ain't following what you saying, then it's just you talking. So
Yeah, I can tell he was frustrated. Him and CD were mad yesterday.
he gotta grow up. Let's get off the air because y'all about to have some clips, man. Nah, I'm good. Let's finish this episode, man.
Yeah, let's get it. All right,
Man.
Tomo. I mean, you already pumped up and fired up. Go ahead and tell them about how to join these chats and become a member.
Man, if you really want to get on my bad side, click the link in these descriptions, man, so y'all can become a member. I don't even know why you talking about Philly wrote the blueprint. Man, ain't no blueprint. It's the Arizona grass. I should have blamed the grass. Yeah, we did. I should have blamed the grass. You know, we was slipping and sliding out there.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.